Hey everybody, Chris Grest here. So today we're going to take a look at a new upper receiver vise block I got in from Brownells. Let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty folks, so just so you guys can see that we are clear and safe, so nothing in the chamber, no magazine, no ammunition in sight, we are good to go. So kind of a little bit of a tool series, if you will. And this one here is going to be the upper receiver vise block. So in the past, I've used stuff like this clamshell style here. The disadvantage to the clamshell style is that you do have to have a mil-spec style receiver. So if you have something that's like a billet that has a little bit different edges and contours, one of these may not necessarily work. Typically these come with something like this that you slide into the back of the receiver along the charging handle channel there to provide some support as you clamp it on. But like I said, typically these only work if you have a mil-spec style receiver. The other style that I have been using for quite a few years, and this one has kind of been for a AR-308 as well as a AR-15. This is from Nomar, and this one actually had dropped it and it cracked one of the corners off here, but I still use it. It's had plenty of years of use, and I was looking to upgrade this thing or swap it out anyways. And then I saw that Brownells came out with their new upper receiver vise block. So I have it right here. I've already unboxed it so you guys can kind of take a look at it. It's a very nice piece. It's made out of rugged wear resistance HDPE, high density polyethylene, universal sale, fits mil-spec commercial, billet, and other upper receiver variants. So that's one of the key things about this that I mentioned that is not so good with some of the other styles that you know, if you have something other than mil-spec, sometimes those don't work right. This should work with all receiver types. Cutout securely supports pivot pin lug, and then there's a cutout for the takedown lug, and it's large surface area for vise jaws to grasp securely, and stainless steel pins retained by detent so they won't fall off. So if you notice here, we do have on this particular one very large detent pins with rings, and they have detents on the other side. The Nomar one though has these little cotter pins that you have to put in, and you can see I've already lost one of these. I have no idea where it is. It's somewhere in space or behind my bench or something like that. So so that's definitely a nice touch. Brownells definitely took some extra time to think about what would be beneficial to folks that are doing repair and maintenance on their AR style firearm. They also have clearly marked front right here, and then on the other side they have clearly marked rear. And one of the cool things about this that I think is the support that it provides up inside the receiver. It has this kind of sail section right here, and it has a cutout for the gas tube. So if you have an upper receiver that already has a gas tube, you haven't pulled that out, if you're trying to change it or something, it does have a cutout for that. So let's go ahead and see how this thing looks on a upper receiver, and then we'll come back and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Alright, so here you can see that I have a upper receiver mounted in the Brownells upper receiver vise block here, so I can do some maintenance on the upper receiver. It does hold it super stiff. One of the things to note that the pins to hold the receiver to the vise block itself are very, very tight. You may have to persuade a little bit with a rubber mallet or a Delrin hammer. Just do it lightly. You don't want to damage anything when you punch these in. But I imagine with some use, it will break in, but it's a very tight fit, and tight is actually a very good thing because you don't want your receiver moving around. This thing is rock solid as far as a upper receiver vise block. Definitely tighter than the Nomar version. The Nomar version that I have, the receiver does tend to bounce around a good bit. So this is definitely an improvement over that. It also provides that support up in the gas tube charging handle groove area of the upper receiver. So definitely looks like they did a great job with this thing. Alrighty folks, so this is a pretty cool option for those needing a upper receiver vise block for doing repair and maintenance on their AR style firearm. This is only for AR-15s though, unfortunately, so that's kind of one of the drawbacks to it. I would like to see one of these for an AR-308. Maybe they have it. I'll pick one of those up as well. But yeah, so I think this is a really good replacement for the Nomar one that I had. Is this one of those things I think you got to run out? You already have an upper receiver vise block? Definitely not. The upgrades are definitely there. If you're looking for, you know, this type of a tool to help you out to throw in your toolbox, or looking to replace a tool, it's definitely worth the money. They're not very expensive either, which is kind of cool. You know, sometimes tools, you can spend a lot of money on tools. I'm guilty of that. This is one of those that definitely checks all the boxes. So what are your thoughts on this particular upper receiver vise block? Definitely put that in the comments down below. Any questions, also put those as well. If you're looking for stuff like this, definitely check out my friends over at Brownells. If you use one of my affiliate links over on my website, channel does get a kickback. Always appreciate it anytime you guys can use those affiliate links over there. And as always, I appreciate everybody watching and subscribing, and I will catch you all in the next video. Y'all take it easy.